and welcome back to Logical Tarot. Today we're going to do a pick a card that will help you know where your relationship is headed. So I'm going to go ahead and get started shuffling. I'll see you back in a minute. Okay guys, I am back. Everything is all shuffled and we have our 3 piles. So I decided to do these piles represented by various spices and herbs. So here we have star anise, bay, and lavender. So you just pick which card back or which spice speaks to you, and we'll go ahead and get started. All of the timestamps will be listed down below, so you can go ahead and jump ahead to whichever reading is yours. Okay, we're ready with pile 1. If you chose star anise, I want to tell you what it means. If you don't already know, it is for luck and to increase psychic awareness. Let's go ahead and take a look at the cards we have here. Starting out, we have the 3 of Swords reversed and the Queen of Wands reversed. Then we have the Hanged Man upright, the King of Pentacles reversed, the 7 of Wands upright, the 3 of Pentacles upright, the 5 of Wands upright, and finally the Moon. Let me see if I can make these all fit. Looks like they are just barely going to. Okay. We'll turn him right side up when we're ready for him. Alright, so this spread is going to deep dive into your relationship a little bit. Each of these locations in the spread does mean something. So this one, this 3 of Swords reversed, will indicate the true you, whereas the Queen of Wands reversed will indicate the true them. The Hanged Man will indicate how they see you, and the King of Pentacles in reverse will indicate how you see them. This tells me the relationship past, present, and future, as well as how to proceed or the advice. So let's get started. So the true you, who you really are. The 3 of Swords in reverse talks about healing. It talks about somebody who is avoiding problems, somebody who is doing their best to be forgiving. I see you as someone who is really forgiving any past transgressions in this relationship, who's really moving forward with love and clarity. Now the true them, the Queen of Wands in reverse. Unfortunately, this is a card of someone who's very petty and vengeful, someone who doesn't have your best interest at heart. The Hanged Man is how they see you. The Hanged Man is a card of someone being a martyr, somebody sacrificing themselves. They see that you are someone who is going to do whatever they can to make sure that their lives are easier. You are totally willing to sacrifice of yourself to make them happy, and they can see that. Now, this King of Pentacles in reverse is how you see them. And it looks like you see them. It looks like the way that you see them is somebody who's a little bit dishonest, materialistic, maybe bad with money. This past card, the relationship past, the 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands tells me that you guys have had a lot of fighting in the past. You've had a lot of struggles. You've had a lot of needing to stand up for yourself and kind of being on the defensive. It looks like right now things are actually pretty good though. This 3 of Pentacles is all about teamwork and collaboration, working together really well. Now the future, the 5 of Wands. This tells us what is likely going to happen in the future if nothing changes within the rest of this. So this tells me that if nothing changes in your future, you guys are going to go back to that place of bickering, arguing, fighting. I see that you were there once and it looks like things have gotten a little better, but that's where you're headed again if you are not able to mediate this situation. Because this is pretty heavy down here. This is a lot going on. Finally, how to proceed. This is the logical progression. This is the thing that you should do in order to get a positive outcome, or the greatest good outcome. Now, the moon is a card of uncertainty. It's a card of not knowing what's coming next. It's a card that talks a lot about imagination and emotions. What this tells me is that in order to move ahead in any kind of positive way, what you need to do is take off the mask you're wearing. Take off the veil of pretending that things are okay, of trying to make everything okay just by wanting it to be, and really expose what it really is. You know, down here we have a lot of deep issues that need to be worked on. You know, you're trying your best to forgive and to heal, but it looks like they are still utilizing you to their own gain. And you can see that, you know, you feel that they're utilizing you for their own gain. You feel like they are taking advantage of you. And while it's true that they are someone who can be petty and vengeful, we all know that any reversed card can become an upright card with enough love and patience and practice and work. You guys are in a pretty good place, but if we don't rip off this mask, if we don't look at what's really going on and sit down and have a conversation and say, listen, I'm healing, I'm forgiving you, I'm moving toward being in this relationship, but you aren't. If you're not able to come to a consensus to move together in something, this relationship is not going to survive, it's not going to last, and it's not going to be fun either. So if you want to continue in this relationship, I need you to sit down and have an honest conversation. If you're ready to walk away, though, I would not blame you in the slightest. This is a lot. This is a lot of heavy stuff going on. And I don't know what these past issues were that you've had to heal from, but whatever this past issue is, obviously was enough to really shape you and your relationship together. I hope that this was a helpful spread for you. If it was, please like, comment, subscribe, all those things, and I hope to see you back again soon. Bye. Okay guys, welcome to pile 2, as represented by the bay leaf. If you don't know what bay leaves are used for, they're used a lot for granting wishes, for increasing psychic ability, and even to banish negative energy. So let's go ahead and see what cards you got here for your deep relationship tarot spread. We have the 5 of Wands in reverse, the 3 of Pentacles, the 6 of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, the World, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, the Wheel of Fortune upright, and the Knight of Pentacles. So each of these cards represents a different place in your journey, in your relationship. Here, this 5 of Wands in reverse talks about the true you, whereas the 3 of Pentacles talks about the true them, your partner. The 6 of Swords talks about how they see you, whereas the Page of Pentacles talks about how you see them. These 3 cards talk about your relationship past, present, and future, and the Knight of Pentacles tells you how best to proceed. So let's start here with the true you, the 5 of Wands in reverse. The 5 of Wands in reverse talks about avoiding conflict, talks about focusing on teamwork and working together. This speaks really well to their true self, which is the 3 of Pentacles. That's the card all about teamwork and working together. They see you as someone who is healing, who is going on a journey to make sure that your past traumas are being mended. And it looks like you see them as someone practical, who loves to learn, who loves to plan and look ahead toward the future. This card here, the World, talks about your relationship past. The World talks about a completion of a cycle, talks about something being done and over. This tells me that you guys, maybe you're married, or maybe you went through a big life event together, maybe having kids or graduating. There's some portion of your relationship that revolved around an ending or a completion. It also implies success. This implies that in the past, your relationship was really successful. Things were going pretty well. Now, right now, it looks like you guys are feeling out of control. You're having some bad luck. It looks like maybe you're resisting change. You're really fighting against what fate is wanting you to do, what is being put in front of you. This can also talk about someone who is very extreme with their feelings. There's somebody who can be very high and very low. And so for that reason, right now, you guys could be experiencing a lot of fluctuation in your relationship. You know, it could be great one day and then the next day you're bickering and it never seems to level out. Now, the next card here is still the Wheel of Fortune, just upright. This card is what you can expect in the future of your relationship if you continue going along this trajectory of the previous 6 cards we talked about. So Wheel of Fortune, again, talks about fortune, it talks about luck, it talks about cycles. So I think that here, first of all, it's still going to be up and down, because reversed or not, the Wheel of Fortune talks about those fluctuations that I mentioned. So I think that either way, we're going to have a lot of fluctuations within the relationship, where you're going to have good days and bad days. Although, to be fair, I think that's everyone, right? But what I do see you guys doing is really embracing what's being put in front of you now, really embracing the changes and living your life in accordance of those changes. Now, finally, we have how to proceed. What is the best choice to make in order to achieve the greatest good? Now, the Knight of Pentacles is a card that often talks about moving slowly toward a goal or being cautious in what we're doing. But when we see him in relation to a situation, what he usually talks about is good luck, good success in the relationship. But it's not success that happens overnight, it's success that is very slowly fought for and worked toward. He tells us that this relationship is worth investing in. Looking at everything together as a quick brief overview, I think that you two really have a lot in common. I think that you are a good fit for each other. You've been through a lot together, and you're going to continue to go through a lot together. You just need to learn to accept the cycles of change that we all go through. I hope that you liked this. I hope that this resonated with you. If it did, please like this video, comment down below, subscribe, all of that stuff. And I hope to see you back again soon. Bye. All right, guys, welcome to pile number 3 for this relationship deep dive. You picked lavender here. I just want to tell you that lavender is used for purification. It's used to sharpen the mind, to strengthen pure love, and to encourage fertility. Let's go ahead and see what we have for our cards. Up first, we have the 6 of Wands. Next, we have the 8 of Cups in reverse. Up next, we have the 10 of Wands. Next, the 3 of Swords in reverse. Next, we have the Knight of Swords, Judgment, and the Page of Cups. And finally, we have the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. So each of these cards in this spread represents something different. Over here, this 6 of Wands represents the true you, while this 8 of Cups in reverse represents the true them, or your partner. This card, the 10 of Wands, represents how they see you, and the 3 of Swords in reverse represents how you see them. These 3 cards represent your relationship past, present, and future, and this card tells us how best to proceed. Let's start here with the true you. The 6 of Wands represents someone who is an achiever, someone who is able to get things done, somebody who might even be considered an expert in what they do. It's a card that talks about success and recognition. Over here, the true them, your partner, talks about someone who has a lack of responsibility, who's a little bit unmotivated, who, I don't like to say lazy, but who's a little bit lazy, who feels a little bit stuck in their situation. It looks like they see you as someone who's overwhelmed, someone who has too many things on their shoulders, who's doing too much. This 10 of Wands is a card of burden, of feeling overwhelmed, of feeling pressure, of having too much responsibility. It looks like all of this recognition that you're receiving is being perceived by your partner as you being overwhelmed or you doing too much. You, on the other hand, you are seeing that they are trying really hard to heal. They're trying really hard to deal with what's going on in their past and to forgive and to move forward. Looking at your relationship past, it seems like things moved pretty quickly for you guys. You guys kind of met and all of a sudden you were living together, or all of a sudden you were in love. Things happened really quickly for you guys, especially in the past. This might even have been a change that wasn't necessarily wanted, that wasn't necessarily expected, just kind of happened. Now, it looks like right now in your relationship, you're really considering where this relationship has gone and where it's going in the future. Judgment talks a lot about really assessing a situation and making changes going forward. It's about evaluating what is working and what isn't. My guess is that you guys are in the middle. Of course, I see that there's someone who is maybe a little less motivated than you, the achiever over here. And I feel like that's something that's frustrating you. You know, you feel overwhelmed, or at least they think you feel overwhelmed. And so you guys are trying to figure out the right normal for you, the right balance for you. Now, this card over here, this is the relationship future. If nothing changes from where you are now, if you guys aren't making changes, this is what we're looking at. Now, the Page of Cups talks about new, exciting opportunities in the relationship. So, a spark, an open heart, being sensitive and emotional and intuitive. This could signify that this situation here, this lack of motivation, is changing, and because of that, you guys have kind of a spark renewed. And this talks about romantic invitations or love letters. This talks about people putting in work to make a relationship function. Finally, here we have the 3 of Pentacles. Now, this does appear here in reverse, but what I think this is telling us is that we need to be working to turn it upright. The 3 of Pentacles talks all about teamwork and collaboration, working together on a goal. And I feel that right now you're not. You guys are not moving toward that. You're not working together. You know, that your partner here being unmotivated is causing you to have to do more in the relationship. And because of that, it's causing this rift. I think in order for you guys to move forward and to make the best choices for your relationship, we need to flip this around. We need to make sure that you are both putting in the same amount of work in this relationship. Again, that goes back to this judgment, this critique that we're having right now. I think it's very, very important. And I encourage you to sit down with your partner, take a look at where you guys are and how you feel about each other, how you perceive each other, and where you want to be in the relationship. And make sure that they are on board as much as you are. I hope that you liked this reading. I hope it resonated with you. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, all of that stuff, and I hope to see you back again soon. Bye.